Biden ran in the primaries as the politician he's been for 40 years, a moderate centrist. His offer, essentially an extension of the Obama years, a return to decency and normalcy. But the Democratic Party's base is decidedly more radical these days, more ambitious, their support more conditional.
The one note of caution that I hope the Biden and Harris teams would take to heart right now is not to mistake their performance in this election for pro-Biden, pro-Harris enthusiasm. Right now, I think there's tremendous enthusiasm to get rid of Donald Trump, but it's really going to be incumbent on them post-election to earn the support and earn the trust of progressives who really are the majority of the Democratic Party.
The view among many leading Democrats is that Hillary Clinton lost in 2016 in part because she alienated supporters of Bernie Sanders when she defeated him for the nomination. They jeered her at the convention, and many then refused to vote for her in the election.
Come on, give me a break. No, I won't give you a break on this one, Joe.
When Joe Biden defeated Bernie Sanders for the nomination this time, he was determined not to repeat Clinton's mistake. The Biden and Sanders campaigns formed a unity task force over the summer to thrash out a compromise program for government in return for Senator Sanders' endorsement.
I think the compromise that they came up with, if implemented, will make Biden the most progressive president since FDR.
The 110-page document, released with little fanfare, outlines plans in 6 areas: climate and environment, criminal justice, the economy, education, healthcare and immigration. It's very ambitious, but mostly uncosted and unfunded, and it sounds expensive. For a start, there's a federal New Deal-style jobs program, unprecedented investment in infrastructure, and free universal education for all 3- and 4-year-olds. On the environment, there's a promise for the US to achieve net zero greenhouse gas emissions as soon as possible and no later than 2050. And just one measure, a promise to replace the entire fleet of 500,000 school buses with American-made zero-emissions alternatives within 5 years, could cost upwards of $100 billion on its own.
The real interesting story of 2021 is going to be whether Joe Biden is actually in charge of the agenda or a much more progressive Democratic Congress is in charge of the agenda. Joe Biden, by his nature, is a centrist. He's a deal maker. He wants to build consensus. But the party has really been taken over by the far left. The environmental agenda, the tax agenda, you name it. Healthcare in particular is going to be very volatile, and they're demanding big change.